right stand. On the 17th of January, External Affairs Minister Subramaniam Jaishankar slammed Pakistan and called the deep state as the epicenter of terror. And today, exactly a month later, just about a month later, Jaishankar ji has once again named and shamed Pakistan for harboring, aiding and shielding terror. While speaking on Pakistan's severe economic crisis, Subramaniam Jaishankar ji said that no country can come out of the difficult situation if it continues to harbor terrorism. He said as a nation, Pakistan has to fix its economic issues, political issues and social issues too. But first, you cannot be the epicenter or it cannot be hinged upon terrorism.
Just as, a country has to fix its economic issues, a country has to fix its political issues too. A country has to fix its social issues. No country is ever going to come out of a difficult situation and become a prosperous power if its basic industry is terrorism. The reality of this particular relationship is that it has a fundamental issue which we cannot and we must not avoid. And that issue is that of terrorism.
So why has Dr. Subramaniam Jaishankar called Pakistan's basic industry as terrorism? Let's understand this. Proof of Pakistan harboring terrorists. Salahuddin attends a terrorist funeral in Rawalpindi in military grounds. Rawalpindi is considered the headquarters of the Pakistan military establishment. Iqbal Kaskar confirms that Dawood is in Pakistan. He's just recently shifted his address from Clifton to the defense area in Karachi, just about 3 kilometers up or down in Karachi. 2611 mastermind Hafiz Saeed holds a rally in Lahore, spews venom against Bharat. Osama bin Laden killed by the US forces in Abbottabad. All the jihadi tanzeems highly active there. So even before Pakistan goes bankrupt, is there a strong enough case now for it to be called a terror state? Sushant Sareen is back with us. Sushant ji, your thoughts?
Anand, I think the fact that it's a terror state is a no-brainer. But I think the reason why Dr. Jaishankar, called it what it is, and he said that jihad is the biggest industry in Pakistan, it's a statement of fact. Because in terms of being a revenue spinner, it's the jihad industry which has brought Pakistan maximum dividends. Right from 1979-1980, when the Americans opened the floodgates for aid, and this whole Islamic jihad, industry was set up in Pakistan. To the 90s, when they used this as, a tool for foreign policy and for expanding their influence. And then in the 2000s, for 20 years, they got money hand over fist from the Americans and from the Europeans and from everybody else, concessions, trade concessions, what have you, simply because, they were the guys who were going to help the rest of the world deal with the Taliban. Even though they were hand in glove with the Taliban, even though they were sleeping with the Taliban, they were protecting them, and they were taking money from everybody, right? So clearly it was a money spinner, and then suddenly the music stopped. But they haven't given up the factory even right now. They're continuing to churn out terrorists. If it's not of the Islamic variety, then it's of the Khalistani variety. So that enterprise continues. So it was a statement of fact what Dr. Jaishankar was saying. Now, because you open a factory like this in Pakistan, it distorts the cultural milieu of the country. It destroys the social milieu of the country. And it destroys the economic environment. Who do you think wants to go and settle in Pakistan or invest in Pakistan? Because there is simply no security out there for most people, right? So I think when Dr. Jaishankar says that, look, countries face these problems, but if, the only industry you're going to bank upon is terrorism and to use the geopolitical rents that come with it, then there is no way out of the mess in which Pakistan finds itself. So I think it's a kind of an advice which he is giving to the Pakistanis. But what was particularly pleasing to me was that in his own inimitable style and very diplomatic, I must say, he has shot down all that talk which was happening among, the people in India whose heart is flowing with the milk of human kindness, who want to turn the other cheek to the Pakistanis, who want to help the Pakistanis, including I saw somewhere today a very senior RSS leader saying that, if they are dying of hunger, why don't we send them wheat? Why? Why? So this kind of craziness which is there in India, I think in his own way, Dr. Jaishankar has shot it down. And I think he understands that the bulk of the Indian people do not want any such gesture towards Pakistan right now. Or perhaps ever, until and unless, of course, Pakistan reforms and learns to adjust to India, the reality of India, understands that they need to live in peace with the Hindus,
Right.
not only in India but also in their own country where they are being persecuted.
They-
right?
so they
I
are-
think
they-
he set the stage very, very well.
Well, and you summed it up brilliantly, Sushant Sareen. Thank you very, very much. On that note, we're going to wind up this edition of The Right Stand with just one aspect, ladies and gentlemen. How long before Pakistan is officially designated a terror state? That's not yet happened. Thank you for watching. Stay with us. Brass Tacks